Oh man. All right, what's going on, man? It's your boy King Mozzie back at it with another episode of Can I Be Real? Where we like to take a break from the bullshit. So today, across the table from me, as always, man, I got my co-host, my assistant pimp, D-Mo T Vader is in the building with me.
Yes, sir. What's going on, world? What's going on, world? We in there.
Yeah, we here.
Hey, we ain't by ourselves today.
Nah, we got some. We got some members.
We got
today.
some members.
Yeah,
we deep in here. You know what I'm saying? What they just say back in the day? We deep up in there, bit. You know what I'm saying?
I got my people with me.
We got my people.
Yeah, and then I keep them with me.
Okay,
nah, they can copyright us. But listen, man, we got a nice round table discussion.
Yeah.
Of course, again, man, helping to celebrate us crossing over 100 episodes of doing the podcast, man.
Facts.
So we brought some people in here that
congratulations,
bro, man. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah,
let's quick clap for that.
Yeah.
Hey, pat yourself on the back.
Pat yourself on the back.
But we brought some people in here from all different walks of life, some brothers with us to help us to kind of discuss just the journey of entrepreneurship from the mindset to also being black while doing it, black excellence, understanding the process of being a man while black, while being an entrepreneur or chasing after entrepreneurship, period. So we got different people. Everybody kind of touch a little bit of different things in industries. But we're gonna have a real good conversation today, man. We didn't got them a little bit on the influence. So
nah, for real.
I don't know what they're gonna say. So just disclaimer.
Yeah. So just so we can kind of have a guideline, you know what I mean? So today's conversation is gonna be a high energy roundtable discussion. We're gonna feature some individuals that's here doing some amazing things. Through this discussion though, alongside me and Mozzie, we hope that we're able to break down wealth barrier myths, some disciplines, some business growth opportunities, and some overall personal development to help people just become better men, especially for our community in today's times, man. So let's open up the conversation. This is Can I Be Real?
We can start. BJ on around, and y'all can introduce yourselves. Say a little something quick about who y'all are, what y'all do. Let's get into it, man. You want to start with you, BJ? Or do I need to go the other way?
I might as well get it on.
Okay, all right.
I don't like anticipation and stuff like that. Smart. My name is Barry Brewer. I am an entrepreneur. The Hamptons event venue is my humble abode, you can say. That's my business. I also build houses and all around entrepreneurship. So I dibble and dabble here and there with a little bit of everything.
Okay.
That's all I got for now.
Hey, this is Lil Francis. I'm part owner of Beyond Ink Tattoo Studio. You can follow me on Instagram at LilFrancis.ink. That is LeFrancis.ink. That's all I have to say.
Oh, it's on me?
I mean, not technically.
Yeah, because I was going to say, you know what I'm saying?
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chapo, the brand man, graphic designer, boutique owner, Chop Shop Boutique on Instagram, all platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Meta, whatever, everything. Y'all check it out.
Yo, what's good? It's Mike Green, a.k.a. Mr. Building Billions, a.k.a. Mr. 100K in the day.
Yeah.
Follow me on IG at Building Billions. That's it for right now.
Yes, sir. Follow up on that, Xavier here. Easy Money X on Instagram. Financial wealth advisor. Also, dibble and dabble in retail clothing as well.
Okay, my bad, bro. I'm gonna give him a
Nah,
little.
you good?
Yeah, for real.
So we're gonna start off like this, man. So of course, like I said, this is all about entrepreneurship. Especially in 2025, everybody's trying to dabble into the lane of entrepreneurship, whether they are thinking about it, because right now we're in a time where it's so everything is very, very tangible as far as opening a business, starting a business. But a lot of people don't understand how to really run or what it feel like to really get in it. Some people like looking at it from the outside in, but they don't know how to get in, what it feel like, what the experience like. So off the bat, what do y'all feel like has been in y'all own industries and lanes, right? What has been y'all biggest lesson that y'all have learned in y'all industry?
Hey, let me start off by saying this. There is no hours that you can consider your hours when you're starting a business. you gotta understand this is not a 9 to 5.
Facts.
This is 25/8
Yeah.
until you get it going.
For sure.
So that's all I'm gonna say right now. And then once it come back to me, I'll break it down a little more.
I bet. So yeah, what's some
We
lessons?
going in order. We just talk.
Whoever
just talk.
feel like they
however
want
y'all
to
go, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna say for me, man, delegation. I had to
Mhm.
realize I am not Superman and Batman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had to allow the people who are specialized professionally to do the things that they do
Mhm.
to do them. Like when I kind of started out, I was trying to do everything. I wanted to be Jerry Jones in my business. I wanted to be the CEO, the marketing person. I had to learn, like, I may have a little knowledge in some things, but to get it the way that I want it, I had to go hire the professionals and delegate those tasks, which
Mhm.
kind of freed up some of that time.
Did you have the money to though?
Not always, but I had to work in a position with the people that I had around me that were more knowledgeable in those areas.
So it took time to get.
It
to
took
that.
time, and so I had to build that team.
Right.
So I didn't want to be a one man show. Like I said, you need help to move up the ladder and move along the way. So just really taking the time to find good individuals that were knowledgeable of their craft and really studying what they do and how passionate they were, and allowing them to fully thrive in that space that you do. So that helped me out a lot.
Just letting
You
you be
said
great at what
that's
you
the
was
big
doing.
word.
That's the best one.
Not everybody passionate about what they doing.
Yeah,
You
it's
said big word
a
right
different
there.
with a nigga that just cut hair and a nigga that's a barber.
Yeah.
No,
So I had to realize every person with a camera was not a photographer.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's what's
Bro,
up.
I respect that.
Hey, and my guy said, my guy asked, did you have money? But so one of the biggest lessons I learned in this game is you don't need money. You know what I'm saying? You don't need money to make money. You need access, you need relationships, you need strategy.
Mm-hmm.
If you got that, you can work without money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the biggest lessons I done learned
I need to
from my
highlight that.
mentors and things like that. Just kind of following this path of success. You don't really need access to money. It's all about relationships. It's all about strategies, and it's all about systems in place.
So with that, right? So we just had a show, and the guy kind of hit on mentorship. How important is mentorship? How important is that to really any industry?
huge.
So, hey, for me, mentorship changed my life. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm heavily involved in high ticket mentorships. That's pretty much where all my success has came from. Really, just following the path of other people's mistakes, other people's success. That's why you have that mentor, so you can follow that path, and it's already paved out for you. And then, of course, you're gonna grow on your own and learn on your own. But when that path is already kind of given to you, but you got to find a good mentor too. You know.
So is that where you got some of your leads at? Because not everybody gets that. That's why I said that he had the money. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody gets to have the relationship passed down to them.
So it ain't about
You know what I'm
relationships
saying?
being passed down to you. It's about being in position and becoming an asset. You know, we're not gonna pass down relationships to you, but as long as you're an asset to me and I'm an asset to you, we're gonna build that
You
relationship.
definitely got to build them.
Okay.
So what does that? What does that look like?
Before we skip over though, because BJ and X, they didn't go over their biggest lesson.
What's y'all biggest lesson?
Yeah, because I think that's important because it's so
I don't
many
think
different
nobody-
industries.
Yeah, to
Went
be
over
honest,
there.
like he said, man, he hit it right on the head with that delegation. First thing for me is that I've always been taught, like just by in school, in order to be a great leader, you have to pretty much understand yourself first. So like he said, if I know I'm not strong in this area, I need to go hire somebody that's strong in this area. So just having that proper delegation and also putting your ego to the side and actually building up that team and letting everybody know how important they are to you, it's the biggest lesson, man, really.
My biggest lesson was having a good substantial amount of money and blowing it all, going broke after that, and then having to start from the bottom and try to build my way up again.
What was your question again, Mozzie?
As far as
What's your biggest lesson that you learned in your industry?
yeah.
It got to you. It got to you.
Oh yeah. Listen. What was mine? Mine was pretty much my biggest lesson. Ooh, I got a lot of them too. Cause I really got a lot of all y'all's in mine because I think
haven't
me
shared mine
doing,
yet.
huh?
I haven't shared mine yet. But
I'm
go
saying
ahead.
like doing content creation, you experience a little bit of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like a new lane it's not really new, but it's a new field of like, it's bigger than the rappers now. That yo content creators are the celebrities. So I went through
Absolutely.
my experience of like getting a bunch of money off of making videos. I didn't know where to go. I didn't come from a background of financial people where it's like, okay, invest in this, show me this.
Right.
How do you do this? How do you even know to take a content creation and turn that shit into a brand or a real business?
Yeah.
I was 25 making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of making videos about me dropping a Hellcat. It ain't too many people I can talk to and say, hey, how do I turn this shit into a business?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know that. So I was blowing money, not thinking like, and in that moment, I'm thinking this shit lasts forever. I'm like, bro, I'm making YouTube videos. I'm making a bag.
Yeah,
like,
oh God.
bro, ain't nobody telling me next thing you right now, you know?
No,
But
yeah.
then I even experienced what he said, like not having, okay, me and Dion talk all the time. Dion is the businessman. I don't know that business shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy that I can create like a motherfucker though. I don't think too many people can create better than me.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to put something, I can see it. Hey, I think we should do this.
Mm-hmm.
Dion can come behind me, okay, cool. That's what you want to do? We need to get this in place, and this in place to get that done. I don't really know that, but he know that. So I experienced that too. Like I said, like I was in a position where I didn't know things, but I was trying to carry all this shit on my back. And I was getting burnt out from trying to do, I'm trying to be 10 places at one time, and I'm not understanding, like, okay, I'm on my way to damn near self-destruction because I don't know how long I can carry this, but the money coming in, so I'm good. I'm living in the moment, though. So I think, like I said, for me, it's a little bit of everything. I ain't mean to yap too long, man, but it's a little bit of everything.
So like bro said, I feel like it take a team to build, you know what I'm saying, a perfect thing.
Right.
So I'm gonna share my experience of what you asked for. Man, I tried to seek out the help and the mentorship that I needed for tattooing, right? But the same guy I was getting tattooed by, I was getting tattooed at 17. I went to the shop, I'm looking at dudes set up, and I'm like, hey, what's this? What needle you using? What voltage you running at? Dude looked me right in my eyes, black guy. So I'm thinking, you know, gonna help me.
Mm-hmm.
He looked me right in my eyes and said, man, you wanna learn how to tattoo? I said, yeah. He said, go learn how to tattoo on your own fucking time.
Damn. But I think too that goes along with, so the last show, the guy talked about like seeking, and you'll find. Anything you seek for, you'll find. Yes, you're gonna come across certain people, certain situations where it's gonna be an opportunity, even to learning that. So we had Ben X on the show, and then Ben X talks about having like courses and stuff like that. And so Dion brought the point of, okay, what happens if you pay for a course? You didn't pay the $100 for a course, and on the course they not really giving you no real information.
Most of the time it's scams.
But
yeah,
he said change your perspective. Okay, what made you click on the post in the first place and even pay that $100?
Even pay the $100.
Hey, but the thing is, Mozzie, you pay $100, you're gonna get $100 worth of information.
That's Lord.
So I mean,
that's fact.
I mean, if you pay
what you pay for. Nah, fake.
That's a valuable point. I literally just paid $100 2 days ago on Fiverr. I'm gonna tell you why. With my boutique, I was trying to get my Instagram shop set up like somebody else's stuff I saw. I said, man, this shit lit. I need to get mine like that. I'm playing in Meta, trying to figure it out. I'm like, I just can't do this shit. I get on Fiverr and I do it. And the guy was like, well, how much can you put in? I said, shit, I can throw you $100. I got $100 worth of work. You know what I mean? But in the end, I started asking questions, and he ended up giving me a little knowledge. And I'm like, damn, I really just paid you $100 to tell me for some shit. I probably, if I had sat here long enough,
you'll figure it out.
Since he got it,
Let me
I got that knowledge now.
Let me ask y'all this then, because I think everybody got different perspectives, right? And I ask this on probably every show. How do you know what you don't know?
How do you know what you don't know? You read, you get that information from other people that just so happen to know what you don't know, because everybody don't think the same.
What if it don't come from a thing that you can read?
The other part I said, you get it from other people that might know it, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't think the same. Everybody got their own path of life, a way of thinking about certain things, everything.
Yeah.
So
You just really use everybody else as like a template. You put
Yeah.
in what you put in. You create it. They give you that template, but you can go in and create your own path to it.
Right.
So you ain't just gotta follow everything XYZ. But like I said, like you said, by being creative, I'm gonna throw. He might say it this way. I'm gonna say it this way. But at the end of the day, it's gonna still drive that same product, and it's gonna still drive that same result. So usually like that, that's how I use everything. Really, just use it as a template and just put my own little twist on it. Really.
And a lot of the time, you know what right look like.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you go to McDonald's and you be like, yeah, this bitch
For
cook
sure.
right. You know what I'm saying? You know what right look like.
Yeah.
I had some advice a coach gave me in high school, and this shit stuck with me to this day. Shout out to Coach Davidson. That nigga said, if you knew this motherfucker couldn't shoot, why the fuck you give him the ball? And when you sit down and think about that shit, you were like, damn, this motherfucker can't shoot. I gave it to you wide open at the 3-point
'Cause
line.
you wide
but
open.
I knew you couldn't shoot, you know what I'm saying? But I took that concept and I applied it to business. You know, if you knew this person wasn't somebody who gonna be on time and you asked them to be here on time, you kind of already shooting yourself in the foot.
Facts.
You knew this person
You might
be
need to tell them an
organized.
hour
Yeah,
ahead, huh?
I keep that same concept with everything I do in life, because now it's like, okay, in reality, we always say, okay, I met this person. What do they do? What is their craft? What are they good at? So now I kind of take that in store. Like, okay, well, if you told me that, you're a chef, then I'm probably not going to ask you to bartend for me because you told me you specialize in cooking.
Yeah.
Unless you say I got experience in or something, or something like
And
that.
show
So
you some work.
you know what right look like.
Right.
Your intuition will tell
Tell
you.
you,
You know what I'm saying? What right look like.
That's a fact.
And
So
then
let me ask you this. So what? And it's a little left, but what? So with you have a successful clothing line, partnered with Nike. What did that journey take? Like, how did that journey look for you?
Man, it's still a journey now, man. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how that shit happened. I was on Instagram. I saw an ad with a girl that said, "You want to make $6,000 selling Nike stuff? Click the link below." Same stuff you were saying, kind of with the stuff that people pay for. So I'm like, all right, cool. I know they're not finna just give this game away for free, but I watched the video and she talked about a program that Nike had called the affiliate program. So I'm like, cool. I got enough information. You gave me the program. Nike's a worldwide company. I can find it on Google. I Googled it. I looked at the program. I kind of looked at some of the curriculum to get in. I'm like, shit, this going to be a lot, So I filled out the application, man. I applied for this program 6 times. It's a 30-day waiting period to apply every time. So it took me a year to get in. And they tell you why you get denied every single time.
Okay.
One time they may be like, all right, well, we don't feel like your influence is enough. We don't feel like you have enough this, enough that. So every time I was getting told no, I would go and take that time, the 30-day period, to try and correct it. But that's kind of when the delegation stuff came into play. I'm like, all right, I don't know how to grow influence. All I know how to do is what I've been doing. And obviously it's not working because they hadn't said yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to go hire somebody to give me exposure, and I just kind of went through that process on things. I had
Wait. You hired somebody to get you exposure. How did that work? Like,
man, so that's when I started doing a lot of promos with like different celebrities or just people that are thriving in their space for stuff that I felt like my brand would fit. So I tried to get into like the sports aspect of stuff. I started building relationships, as you said, with like different people in different areas, because I think I was a little bit more one-dimensional. Like, I had the mindset of a urban clothing brand owner. Like, I'm only gonna put it in these type of stores. I had to think like Nike. I don't want a race tied to my clothing line. Yeah. I wanted it to be to where a 5-year-old child can wear it. It's nothing vulgar. It's nothing crazy. And even now I've modified my brand from both shoots you've been in now to what I said. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
What brand is that?
So I have 2 brands with 2 collections under my brand. So my boutique is called Chop Shop Boutique. We sell a line called LIM the brand, and we sell another brand called Sneakerhead brand. My Sneakerhead brand is really what's taking me off right now. Because it's very universal. It doesn't matter if you wear K-Swiss, Nike, Adidas.
Everybody
you
loves
can be your
sneakers.
own sneakerhead.
So
Yeah,
you
you
buy a
can.
sneakerhead, the whole sneakerhead.
That's me. That's me. So our logo, man, we got the word sneakerhead written like Nike, SNKR, with the A on both of them written in shoelaces.
But so let me ask you this: so how you protecting that asset?
We trademarked.
There you go.
Yeah.
Want to make sure that.
So y'all, all of y'all are pretty successful in y'all's own respected industries, and you brought up something that I feel like people would miss over is you being told no so many times, but instead of saying hanging that shit up like, okay, well, I'm just not qualified, you found a way to, okay, cool. I need to fix this, I need to fix that, I need to fix this. So I'm pretty sure all y'all have had a situation where y'all have been told no or feel like you've hit a wall or been denied in y'all journey along the way y'all
You
go.
heard my no.
So what was that didn't allow you to take that no as a no opportunity and turn into a not yet, or you know what I'm saying, or a not over kind of thing, to where it's like, okay, like you just said, okay, well, let me figure this shit out. Okay, cool. You told me no because of A, B, C, and D. You didn't let it be like, damn, no, like I just can't work with Nike. You took it as a no, like, okay, well, let me figure out the next step then. So what was y'all mindset? What did that situation look like where y'all feel like y'all were denied from something and you had to have a certain
Well, I
mindset?
forget while it's fresh in my mind. So I was raised pretty much not to take no as an answer. That's my father and my grandmother. They embedded that in my brain. Don't take no for an answer. Pretty much whatever it is. There's always a yes behind that no. So you just got to keep searching.
There
you
you
know,
go.
it's always something you can do to get to that yes.
I feel like it's how you perceive life. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
That's what it is.
Because at the end of the day, my mama was one of the ones. She'd say, "Get your tail up," and she didn't say, "Get your tail up." Can I be real?
Yeah, she
Nah,
said, get your ass
Get
up.
your ass
She
up.
said, "Get your ass up,
Yeah, get your
nigga.
ass
You
up.
ain't gonna graduate if your ass don't make it to school." So she'd tell me all the negative things in the world, but she'd sit there and tell me what I wouldn't do, and I'd sit there and show her what I can do.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, as you said, all the no's I got, like bro said, go learn how to tattoo on your own damn time.
Mhm.
That's what I did. I went home, did a tattoo, and I did it better than him. You know what I'm saying? So you got to push yourself to be better than the person that you thought you was going to get mentored by and you thought you wanted to get a yes by.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, fuck the yes, because the yes wouldn't have been better than a no. You know what I'm saying? So I applied that guy. Shout out to that guy. I ain't even gonna
Shout
give
out
him
to
no
bro.
shout out.
Yeah, shout
Right,
out.
shout
Nah,
out
for real.
to him.
Hey, look, you need to send him something
And,
for real.
and will, yeah. Now he on
hotter
the
tattoo.
podcast, a big podcast.
Nah, for real.
All because you said no, and you know what I'm saying. But it's cool. We'll get you on too and tell you to your face.
No. Yeah. Nah, for real.
To piggyback off that, man, I told y'all on the last show, shout out to Jim Jones for this, but I think when you lack motivation in certain things, because you could get demotivated from getting told no for a lot of stuff,
Easy.
but stay consistent.
Yeah.
When you stay consistent, you find your motivation again.
Mm-hmm.
I try and let that live in my head rent free, because like after getting told no for a year, you know what I'm saying? You got to think about that. Like keep applying. You're like, man, they probably just gonna block me from trying to put this shit in. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to stay consistent, man, and
I need
keep
to
you
hear
motivated.
that. I appreciate that.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Me, that word no, I don't know why, but I look at it from a criminal aspect. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it's like you tell me no, it's like
I'm gonna find a way. It's a challenge now.
yeah, it's a challenge now. Like I got to get that yes. Like I got to do it now. Because you told me I can't do it or no, it can't be done. So now I'm gonna show you it can be done. Yeah, I can figure this out. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna find a way.
Okay,
So
quick example of this, right? So when he says this, so we go to EOS gym. Hey, y'all see, I'm chiseled up. You know, I'm cut up like I walked to a box of swords. So at EOS, they don't let you record. Technically.
no tripods. They
No
say.
tripods.
Yeah, no
I thought
tripods.
they have a section.
Yeah, it's a little small section. I don't want to
got
say the
the
word I
thing
want to
in
say,
my
but it's a
truck,
little
too.
small section. But so every time we make it our business to go against the grain and record
Y'all
anyway.
gonna record anyway.
So
Absolutely.
yesterday, a guy walks up to us. Was it yesterday?
Day
Wednesday.
before yesterday.
Wednesday, a guy walks up to us and say, hey, y'all already know what I'm finna say. Y'all can't record on the floor. Y'all gotta go to that little ass room in the corner if y'all want to record. So
Y'all can't have your tripod
you can't have
on
no
the floor.
So that's what BJ took out of that. Oh, we can't have no tripod.
Word.
So he goes
Alright.
on TikTok shop and buy this little ass
Same thing.
magnet thing
that
that
stick to the-
holds.
Oh,
and it stick. And he say, yeah,
They do no.
no
shit.
tripods. I ain't got no tripod.
I can use this.
Now I'm getting every
angle you
angle
want.
I want to.
Bruh.
Yeah. They can't tell me nothing now.
So,
But
but
yeah,
yeah.
you
So,
tell me no, I'm gonna find a way. That's
so
my
yeah,
motivation.
But I'm
the way.
pretty sure y'all got some
That bags up
stories.
your
Yeah,
So-
so I mean, just being a financial advisor, mine looks different from y'all because I'm literally on the phones, and as I'm gonna ask everybody in the room, do y'all answer y'all phone for unknown numbers?
Yeah.
You know,
I do.
It depends.
Yeah,
I'm
expecting
on
something.
I
Yeah.
gotta answer.
See,
Unknown numbers don't even
At
come
work
to
lines
my
of somebody I don't need to talk to, I can always hit the end
Man,
button. But
so
you never know.
That's what I'm saying. So in my line of field, I'm literally on the phones. All my deals are made over the phone. Boom, I'm trying to schedule a meeting. I'm trying to get you to come in. Obviously, let's talk about what you got here. So with me, I'm at least calling 30 people a day. Man, out of 30, I probably get 2 people to answer the phone.
Damn.
So you really gotta lock in.
I
And
bet.
then obviously, if let's say we break down that barrier, I get you on the phone. And then you heard me talking, you hear me giving me a spiel. Whoop, whoop. Nah, I don't even want to come in. Nah, we good. I don't need nothing right now. I don't need, I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. So you got to just breaking down that barrier as well. So it's a lot of no's. I'm a natural to get, but like he said, I just changed my perception of it. I'm like, okay, well, if I call 30, I get 2 on the phone. Okay, well, them no's led me to a yes. Because if somebody do give me the time of day, boom, you interested? Boom, let me go and get my spiel on. Boom, now $1 million client. Let's sign it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like just because you gave me the opportunity. Like he said earlier, those no's can in my field. Those no's people hang up the phone. They motivation is gone. I ain't finna call nobody no more, man. I ain't talking to nobody else. But then once you can start seeing people get their spark back if they stay consistent. They continue to bang them calls out, things of that nature, and you get that one yes, and they're like, okay, well, y'all want to come in, I want to talk to you, I want to make this happen. I see I've been slacking. Okay, cool, that's what I called you for. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So changing that perception of it, like he said, is the biggest part for me. Just looking at it a whole different way. But that's just life in general, man. Just changing that whole.
All
That
them no's are
no
lessons.
like practice, man. You gotta think about this, bro. When I used to be in high school, so my uncle
Hold
was
on,
telling
say
me
that again before
that
you
no is like practice, bro. So it's like
Damn,
when I was in
that's a good
high
one.
school, bro, my uncle used to tell me like, bro, don't go after the finest chick, cause
Right.
I went after the finest girl one time and she was like, nigga, no. But it wouldn't like, I'm like, okay, so let me practice, right? So I just downgraded a little bit for a little while and like, let me get my game tight. Let me talk to some of these fives,
Little
fours,
two-
you know what I'm saying? Like
In transition.
In transition.
I call that get your layups in.
Let me get my layups in,
Don't
bro.
go for the 3 yet.
Don't
Get
go
your-
for
get the
it's like
layup
when you
line.
hooping. Get you a
Get
couple
Oh,
layups,
God.
and then
Warm
that
up.
open up your jump shot, bro.
Come on now.
I think that's what that no is, bro. For me, it's like, cause coming from where I come from, bro, it's like I look at it as a situation to where I've been hearing no all my life, bro. I come from a small town that the population is 4,200 to
Where you
this
come
day,
from?
Abbeville, Alabama. Anything with a ville on the end, you already know. Y'all from Louisiana, y'all know.
Mississippi, yeah.
Come on, Mississippi,
Yeah.
bro.
We
Y'all
ain't
know
got
anything,
sidewalks.
bro. We got Piggly Wiggly to this day. Like, come on, bro. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Them
Big
no's, like that's what we've been hearing all our life. Like, no, you can't do this. No, you can't. So it's like, all right, let me just try and let me try. So it's like I look at the no's as like practice, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, yeah, keep telling me no. So I
Facts.
can go back, practice, do what I need to do.
They come back and do it again.
And come back and do it again, bro. Because eventually, you gonna get that fine chick. I just want to bring it
Yeah,
all
it's a
back
numbers
around.
game.
Yeah.
Encourage the young fellas out
Numbers
there.
game.
You gonna get it. You gonna get you a baddie. Just keep going.
them
After you
Just keep
graduate and them girls realize they ain't what they was.
Come on now.
Oh, they don't come back
Those-
around. Listen.
Come on.
Them
now.
is the hell yeah.
Man,
Fact.
we had a show.
It's gonna
We
be
had
some
a show,
And now
man.
you over there.
Yeah, I don't want you now, baby. Yeah.
he
Bro,
talking
call
about that
my phone
last
so
one,
I
yeah.
can
Bro,
tell
come on
her
now.
secret.
I don't
Booking
want you now,
appointment.
baby.
Back in 05.
I don't want you now, baby. It's cool though. Yeah, you laughed at me in high school. Yeah,
Yeah.
it ain't so funny though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm laughing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But man, I know you got
Definitely,
something, brother.
So for me, a no is just meaning that I'm out of position.
Mm.
You know, no means you ain't ready yet.
Facts.
No means you're not an asset yet. No means you ain't ready. So when people tell me no, I just get back in the field, get back in position, then try to go again. You know, to me, life is all about being in position. You're a point guard, that's a position. You're a receiver. In order to score the touchdown, you got to be in position. So in business, we got to be in positions. And the way to be in position, again, like I said before, you got to become that asset. Once you become an asset and
Hard to
spread
deny.
your wings, you good to go.
Bro, I just want to come say one thing. So, because when you was talking, what popped up in my mind, like as you was talking, it was when the beginning of the show, when you said 100K in a day, bro. And it's weird that popped up in my mind, but everything you just said is like, that sounds like that journey, bro. If you can speak to that, bro, because I don't want to skip over that because I think it all tie into, the no's.
Sure.
How do you go from being or hearing no to making 100K in one day?
Which that's what some people at least want to make in a year.
In a year.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
it's all different aspects. You changing your aspect. If we hang around people that make 100K in a year, that's gonna be your mindset. You hang around people making 100K in a month, that's gonna be your mindset.
That's what you
I got people I can call right now making 100K in a day. That's my mindset. So again, it may sound cliche, but it's still being in the position. It's still also you gotta have leverage too. Once you have that leverage, once again, I say it again because I built this out morals and principles. Everything that I got built out morals and principles. So once you become that asset, you good to go. 100K in a day, it ain't hard to do when you become that asset. Once you know how to do it, you can do it again and again and again. Once you hang around people that's making that, these are conversations. Yeah. This is what we talking about. This is how we executing for this bag. We strategizing for this bag. And it's possible. It's so easy too. So easy. But we got to change our mindset too, though, and we got to change our surroundings.
Birds of a feather flock together.
So that's
people got to take that for real.
No, so even with that, right? So going to that. So what does a person's circle have to look like? Do you have to, or have you had some people that you had to get rid of?
Oh yeah,
to get to that
come
journey?
on, man.
I think we all had to do
You're gonna
that.
lose friends. You're gonna lose family. Really, this is an individual journey. You can bring people along, but your mindset is your mindset. It's still an individual journey. So, what was the question again, Mozzie?
So about network, like you've had to lose some friends. So
lost friends, lost family. Try to help. It's really when you overextend your help.
Oh my God, yeah.
When you overextend your help, man, people just look at that like, I don't know how they look at it, really.
Yeah.
I don't know how but
They
I done
look
lost
at it
family
like
that
they
way.
can get more.
Yeah.
They want more.
Yeah, okay.
Because you offer more.
Okay.
And
Maybe
when
that's
you
what it
offer
is.
more, they know that, hey, this person's all right.
Yeah.
And if I'm down, I know who to call.
Yeah.
I done been in that position.
Okay.
But I think
So I'm
naturally
relating.
we all want to help our family and friends,
Facts.
though, coming up
Yeah.
when we first start. You
Right.
know what I mean? Because it's like, when you come from a certain place, like for me, for example, I come from a small town.
Yeah.
Like my whole goal was like, shoot, when I go back home, I just want to be able
Everybody
to
on.
pass
Yeah,
out a
like,
couple of
so-
dollars. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like, for real.
how real is survivor's remorse? Because I've heard a lot of people. We can look at it from Vic. Vic was a product of survivor's remorse. He lost all that money and had to do some time behind his people,
friend.
his friends that he brought with him. It's a bunch of other millionaire stories that I heard like that, where it's like, I just wanted my friends to be with me. I wanted my friends to be
spending
You
on.
gotta know your
millions of
circle
dollars
though,
on his
man.
friends.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of the times, like even with me, bro, I ain't even got a circle no more. I got a line. It's just me and another nigga on the other end.
I
Real
like
talk.
that. Say that again.
I got a line. It's just me
I ain't
and
got a
another
circle. I
nigga
got
on
a
the other
line.
end, bro.
I like
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Like we bring in people that are vetted by us. You
Yeah.
know that
That's
we
it.
feel like ain't gonna be on no bullshit.
Mhm.
You are just as focused on the mission as everybody else because, like, in a whole lot of in a sense, you want somebody that is gonna have the same passion behind the mission on what you guys are trying to accomplish. It's not my thing. It's like it's what we're doing to get better at something else. You know, we're all gonna eat off of this. We're all gonna grow off of this. You know, so I just look for people that it's a mindset thing. You know,
So are you still willing to bring in younger people that don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
the drive yet?
well, the thing is, I don't feel like I can teach you how to have drive. You got to find that on your own.
Right.
I said don't know the drive. So that means,
Well, if they're around my
the
circle, they're gonna
ambition.
see it.
Yeah.
They're gonna see
You
it.
gotta be
They gonna
Cause
feel it.
any nigga that's consistent has drive. Because let's just be real. If you've been doing something 10 years, you're gonna have some success in it.
Facts.
You're gonna be better at one of these years than you were the previous year before. You know,
But you're-
it may not be too much better.
You're willing to bring a brand new in and teach them the
Yeah,
ropes,
because the
right?
thing is, bro, like that's one of my things that I feel like just as a culture, we need to do more of.
Facts.
Every other culture helps out their people. They teach them the game. And I just feel like with our people, sometimes like, oh no, I don't want this nigga to have that because I got this. So I'm gonna hold this.
So why
back.
do you think that? Why do y'all think that?
I ain't on that.
But I just want to say that. But I just want to say this though, bro, because I think when we say that, it's the kind of misconception too for me. Like, right, so if in the Jewish community, right, if they saying like they helping each other, right? But this is one of the stipulations, bro. They're helping each other to help build a community. So if I'm building a business, then we all gonna get behind and support your business. And then if we keep doing that for everybody, that's where it's growing. I think for our community, bro, enough of us just not getting behind that one person to build them up. Cause say this, bro. Can we all say right now we'll give up 50% of our salary to help build his business, and when his business blow, he gonna do the same, and then we're gonna in order for the next person to come up. They doing that in the other communities though, bro.
They doing it.
They doing that. They doing that right. They doing that, bro. They doing that.
But I think it go now. If you just saying you black owned and you charging $75 for a fish basket just because you black owned,
I ain't talking about that. Yeah. I ain't talking about
and then I don't want to buy from you. And you don't want to
because
support
I
black
don't
business. Like no, nigga, you charging $75 for 2 pieces of fish just because you black.
But at the same
He said 2 pieces of fish.
Yeah, and the sprinkle some parsley on there.
Everybody process ain't gonna look the same for each individual. You know, you got to know what works best for you. Like I know with my stuff of clothes, I don't want to be out here charging $800-900 for a shirt that cost me $50 to make. I don't have nothing in my shop over $100. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's all good quality stuff. It's affordable. You know, so you just got to find your market that you want to target and the right people to have around you. Like I said, the key to all that is consistency and the right people.
But hold on, we ain't answer what he said though.
Which one?
At the end of the day, why aren't we doing or supporting the other person?
But
I feel like a lot of people are gatekeeping.
I mean, but
a lot of people are trying to charge.
Break that down. Break that down.
What do you call a gatekeeper?
Okay, a lot of people are trying to charge people that can't afford it, and they know they can't afford it.
You out of position.
But at the end of the day, they're not giving them.
I think people got to eat. This is what my father-in-law told me one time when I first married his daughter. He was like, dang, y'all eating off the high horse. Y'all eating up here when y'all got this budget. And I didn't realize that, like, dang, bro, you just got to eat what you can afford.
No. Hold on. Let me explain what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Listen, bro, I paid a woman like $200 and something, right? Just for her to come to my shop and tell me I need to do what she's doing. And guess what she's doing? Basically telling people, hey, I can make you rich. But you ain't making them rich from what you know. You're making them rich from taking their own money and turning it into the promotion that Facebook can give them.
That's a business.
That's a business.
But hold on.
That's that delegation.
But hold on. Hold on though. If that ain't my passion, why are you trying to tell me to do it?
So what made you pay? What made you pay
to understand how she can grow my business?
So that's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game, bro. Yeah.
Like you hinted on earlier, you just gotta shift your mindset. Because the world we live in right now is super different. Just going back on his point of it, man, how he pinpointed and said, put 50% of your salary in his business. People don't understand. Like if you help another person's business grow, you have kids. Hey, this is a lifeline you have now. He can get your son a job like this because of the business that you help. Like you said, the other cultures, I promise you they understand it. They don't let their kids go without jobs for a second. I know people that's in those type in different and high level fields. They just got the job just because, I know such and such. Yeah. I know such and such.
But she wasn't trying to tell me.
She probably wasn't.
She wasn't telling me.
I think too.
She wasn't telling me take the perspective and use it to my knowledge, right?
Fact,
She's telling me literally do what she does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, I ain't gonna lie, you might have got. You might have got
a marketer.
But you need somebody to market.
You need somebody to market.
That's what I want to pay her for.
That ain't what you paid her for. That ain't what you paid her for.
But that's what she's promoting.
That's what she marketing.
That's what she promoting.
That she knows how to grow a business and help you elevate.
But in her mind, that's how she make them grow.
But hold on. To bring it all back 360 the way bro said, change your perspective, right?
Right.
I paid her to understand that not everybody is worth going to and understanding that they're really not going to help you.
And that's the cost of tuition.
Correct.
That's the cost of tuition.
I was willing to lose that money.
Hey, when you go to college, you pay tuition.
You don't even know what you finna get out.
You don't know what you finna get out of it.
unfortunately, life,
You don't know how many classes.
There are winning lessons and there are losing lessons.
25% of people that went to Harvard can't even find a job
now.
They went to Harvard.
Harvard.
Because at the end of the day, experience
Man, that's a good
in
one,
today's world outweighs education unless
Sure
you're a
do.
doctor or a
Fact.
lawyer
Man,
or
that's
engineer.
fact,
Something
bro.
you need that schooling.
And
That's
Big
fact.
Dog, that wasn't nothing but the experience, and I was willing
Fact.
to pay it.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
Your 200 still
I
was
paid
valuable
for that
though.
experience.
Yeah.
No, okay,
Yeah,
I got
I'm gonna say it's still
Your
it's still,
vetting process changed.
Yes.
You know, now the next
Absolutely.
time I hire somebody like that,
Facts.
these are the things I'm gonna look for.
off real.
But
Yeah,
that's
I
what
agree.
separates
Everything's a
the
lesson.
people who want to keep going though, because some people could pay that $99 and got one time and say, man, this entrepreneur stuff not for me.
Get discouraged.
They
lose
get
their
discouraged.
motivation,
But
lose
some
their
people can say, you
consistency.
know what? I'm gonna pay that. I'm gonna pay somebody else. They just wasn't the right person for me, bro. But one thing I've learned, bro, and we interviewed somebody and I asked them, bro, I was like, man, why is it the fact that, you know, everybody gotta pay for this and that and that? And he said it simple, bro. He was like, bro, you gotta pay to play.
You do, bro.
Either you willing to pay the game or you not.
And you gotta either
That's
pay
why I
with your
paid.
you gotta
But
pay
it's
with
not
your
what
money
it
or
is.
you gotta pay with your time.
You gotta pay with your time.
that's what he
Regardless.
said. That,
So
that's
now
what he
let me
said.
ask y'all a
Because-
question.
Time is money.
but the
Out
thing
of
about
everybody's perspective, because which one is more important though? The time or the money?
You can't get the time.
You can't get
back.
that time.
You can't get the time
And
back.
so
I can
that's
get
why-
the money.
so-
It's full circle.
Fact.
It's gonna
on
always
that,
come back
so
to
that's
that.
what he said. He said if you go to somebody, right, and you're trusting them to provide a service based off you paying for it, you're paying to free up your time because they're supposed to be the experts, meaning they've already went through the 10,000 hours of reading the information, Googling the information, because in reality, anything you want to know about marketing, you can easily TikTok that shit now,
Quick.
YouTube, or read it. But you don't want to go through that time because that's a lot of time taken off your actual business. So
Absolutely.
you're going to pay somebody for that shortcut, like, hey, I'm paying you to pretty much bridge this gap. I don't have the time to go and research and, you know, understand marketing like on the experts level. So I'm going to pay you for that. But even back to my point is, like he was saying too, now you've experienced, like, okay, cool, I know what to look for now. Even on the other side of it, going back to what I said earlier, okay, for whatever reason, she gave you something that made you say, hey, here's my money. So it's something in there regardless. You probably didn't get the actual result you wanted, but
feel
you
good
still
enough.
got something out of that shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, in my defense, somebody else put me on there.
Well,
So
you
you-
kick their ass.
And I just called bullshit by paying what I paid.
Yeah.
But at the end of the
That's
day,
life.
it made me say, fuck somebody else. I'm going to go ahead and do this myself.
So it still worked out though.
Absolutely. That's what I said.
It puts you to another level.
Your perspective.
Yeah.
I ended
Don't
up
look
doing
at-
shit myself.
Don't look at it as an L, man. It made
Oh, no, I didn't.
No,
That's why
look
I
at
just
it as
told
an
you.
L. Lesson.
No,
Hell,
lesson.
hell no. Ain't nothing.
A lesson.
Yeah. Okay, I'm about to say, ain't that ill? Because I'm not taking no loss.
Never a loss.
Because at the end of the
Always a
day,
But it was something you may have got out of that. Whether it was like, okay, I may need a better vetting process. That was something that you learned during this process. It just cost you $250 to learn.
It did.
Damn, that's fucked
Yeah,
up
it
too.
did.
But
hey,
So let
and
me-
Dion
that's
asked a good
250
question.
compared to what I'm going to make.
Dion asked a good question. He said, will y'all sacrifice 50% of your business to help another person? So
Absolutely.
the answer to that, you ain't got to sacrifice
Hell no.
50% of your business. I can give you $1 million worth of information right now that don't cost me nothing. You got to execute.
Facts.
You in position after I give you that information. Now it's up to you to execute.
And I think that's why people do charge for
Facts.
information
Yes.
because what happens if, cool, I decide to be a nice guy. You come to me, hey, Mozzie, how do I start a podcast? And oh, shit, you know what? Off the love, boom, 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 A, B, C, and D. And then you take that and I look up 3-6 months, a year
ain't
later,
even
and you ain't done shit.
yeah.
I didn't wasted time of my life. So cool.
But I put the time in.
Next time,
Yeah.
boom, I'm going to charge you now. Because the
Right.
next person going to get charged because you're not finna waste my time on me telling you information you're not going to use to show me how serious
That's
you
true.
is now
Yeah.
and invest in yourself,
Facts.
and I'll be willing to invest in you.
When you go to Walmart, bro, to show Walmart how serious you are to buy them apples, you go to the register and pay for it.
Yeah, you got damn
You
right. You
don't-
ain't
you
walking
just-
in and walking
and,
out.
and we was talking about eggs earlier. No matter how high the prices go
gonna
up,
pay- come on now.
how high the
Still gonna
value
buy
of
some
it
eggs.
is,
Come on now.
bro. We want that egg and cheese sandwich with that bacon on it.
You either gonna buy some chickens
We gonna spend
You gonna
$10.
and you gonna go to Walmart and buy
So
them
that's why I
eggs.
say, bro,
Buy the chicken, yeah, you
people
gonna buy the
pay.
chickens?
People pay for what's important
For the
to them.
convenience.
But
For
at the end of the
convenience.
day, right, we was talking about, we see other coaches doing it, right?
Yeah.
The Mexicans.
Other coaches ain't trying to see how serious you are. You know
But
what
I
I'm
don't think it's for other.
Yeah.
I think, bro, we living in a day now, bro, and this is what I was telling somebody, and I don't want to go political, but with all the stuff that's going on politically, right? This should be a time to where we as a people say, look, man, we got to build something on our own, and not be worried about what somebody gonna give us or who helping us, who not helping us, bro. Because I've learned in my 40 years, bro, that's like the man
You 40?
ain't. I'm 40, bro. The man ain't. He don't have his foot on our neck, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got our foot on our bro. We are
We
our
been
own
there.
problem, bro. You know
That's
what I'm saying,
why we
bro?
never can win.
But we can win.
Yeah.
We can win, and we
Easily.
are winning right now, bro. And I think we got to give ourselves more credit so we can see that. Because while we got this camera in front of us, bro,
Right.
I want to be guilty of saying all of us win. We all win because the more we hear we winning, the more we'll actually start winning, bro.
Mindset is everything.
It's the mindset, bro.
Mindset is everything.
But that
Hey.
goes back to me saying gatekeeping, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if everybody, because you said maybe I should charge my time.
Right.
That's kind of gatekeeping.
Let me touch on
It's
gatekeeping too, though. The reason why you want to charge people for information because the right information in the wrong hands will fuck up the whole play.
That's real.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
understand that, but bring it back
That's
to what
real.
y'all said. I'm just bringing it
That's
back to
real.
what y'all said.
That's real.
Other coaches ain't worried about that.
Well, the
You're
thing
right.
is,
Bro, they
They
charging $100,000 courses. Bro, this stuff that we paying $5,000 for, bro, they charge. Mike
They
can
might not
contest,
be
bro.
charging
They
this.
charging
We're talking
20,
about
40,
people that-
50,000.
Hey, I'm
for the same stuff.
$100K in mentorships. I done paid $100K for information. I done paid
understand that.
$20K
Investing
for an
yourself,
hour
for sure.
conversation. That hour conversation done changed my whole life.
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna give you that information
Yeah.
because number
You
one,
pay for it.
you ain't work hard enough like I did to even get it.
Right.
Number
Right.
two, you may fumble the bag. If I give it to you because you're not in position, you haven't
Mhm.
put in that sweat equity.
Yep.
And put in that
You
sweat
got to
equity.
pay me double.
So
if I
the
pay
information
20K.
that you got, did it come from a different culture?
No, it came from my culture.
Okay.
It came from my circle. It came from business owners
let's bring
that look just like us.
Let's bring it back to what we was just talking about, though. At the end of the day, those coaches we're talking about, these are the ones that will stay 5 families into a house
Facts.
to
right.
grow
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah, but that is a household.
Just being real. Can I
That's
be
a-
real?
That's a household though. Like no, and we don't do that. We usually
Facts.
kick ours out about 18, or but we don't really do that
what I'm saying, right?
nowadays.
I do
Yeah.
because I got them. They stayed the house next to that.
Yeah.
right
I think,
there.
I think
yeah.
with our culture, man, to be honest with you, I think it's just we just feel like stuff is gonna run out. Or say you have a clothing line. At another boutique look at your stuff, they're like, okay, well, I ain't gonna help him out because he might be taking my clients. Bro, it's a million people in the world.
Yeah, it
If
is.
you stop looking at everything like it takes away from you, then we'll be all be good. Like it don't like with podcasts in general, it's 1,000 podcasts out here. The only reason why certain podcasts don't help each other because they thinking, okay, well, I'm fighting for views. I'm fighting, bro. If you
And a lot
promote
of
them-
reasons why, bro, why our culture is the way it is, because our culture don't listen. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
Break
nah.
down the
That's
key
different.
word of culture. The first part is cope.
It's the culture.
Okay,
Together.
the cope,
Gotta-
togetherness,
Culturally raised.
following each other, one mind, one band, one sound.
Literally.
If we can operate like that, then that's real culture.
Facts.
Culture comes from coped.
Facts.
And
I say
like
that's-
to piggyback off that, like I said, even with support from the people around you, I found in my business, my biggest clients are niggas I don't even know.
No,
that's a
I was
fact.
in Concrete Cowboy, and I
Yeah.
seen a nigga with a LIM shirt on at the bar. I said, "Dang, I don't even know if I don't know who this
Yeah,
is."
I don't know him, yeah.
But I know you bought a shirt.
Yeah.
That's crazy, you know.
Then your
Strangers-
homeboy- your
strangers
homeboy
gonna make you
say,
more
bro, let me get
successful.
a little discount real quick.
Yeah, strangers gonna make you more successful.
That's
Bro, listen, so I know, and I don't want to switch gears, man, but I want to be guilty of bringing up this topic because we all here and we all black men, right? And in the climate of, you know, the violence that's going on in today's time, man, I think, and my question to y'all is like this whole manhood concept, right? Like when you can think about like the definition of just being a man in today's time, bro. Like what does that mean to each one of y'all?
It's different, man.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start off to kick it off, man. We don't realize a lot of the weight that we hold and a lot of the behaviors that we're gonna pass down to the next generation of men.
Yeah.
Because what we know now is either what we saw from men growing up, our fathers, uncles, friends, parents, something, and we've kind of developed what we felt what right looks like, and kind of developed our own personalities and traits on being our own man. But these things that we do, we're gonna pass down to those next generations of people, and they're kind of gonna conform those same things. So it's really key that we lead this generation of people in the right direction, because it could get bad with the way the world is not the same as what we grew up in. Everything is changing. Although fashion, styles, trends are circling back around, they're circling back around in a different element. And, you know, we just don't really know where it's going to go. So we got to make sure we putting the right behaviors in front of these young men now, even with the way they treat these ladies or the way that they carry themselves. And I'm just real big on myself, man. I live by an acronym, PI. Performance, image, exposure. You know, how do I perform and things that I'm doing? Are you going to put in the work ethic, or are you just going to be somebody that just say, I do it just to be in the conversation? How do you carry yourself with the image? How do people view you? Your exposure, who knows you? How are you getting your name out there? You know, so I live by that. I'm going to die by that. And that's just what I'm going to go off of.
I like that. That's what's up.
Mike, what you got, brother?
So what you asked, Dion?
So in today's time, and what's your definition of a man? Like,
My definition of a man is being an impact. Making sure that you are being an impact in other people's lives. And me, I'm a father, so really my definition of man is making sure my son understands how I took life, understands the growth that I've had, understands that I'm sacrificing everything for him to not have the life that I had. So to me, definition of man is just kind of being an example. You know what I'm saying? Being an example, being impactful, nourishing, and just being present, man. Being present really is the key to being a man in all facets of life.
Yeah.
In your kids' life, in your wife's life, in your business life. You gotta be present.
Man, yeah, shit, you can't follow up him.
Nah,
But no, I
them
take
words
it
are strong.
My
the head with
biggest
that
thing
one.
from that I take away, man, is sacrifice. I got that across my chest because for me, becoming a man, I instantly realized it meant sacrifice.
As
As soon as I had my son, my life, okay,
It's not about
it's
you
not
no
about
more.
me at all.
It's not
Now I
about
gotta
you no
make
more.
sure I'm intentional about putting you in the right situations. I gotta make sure I'm thinking about every decision I make. I gotta make sure that you in the right this and that. Like, so literally just gave myself away on that. So like I said, for me, it's just sacrificing and understanding that, hey, like you hit it on, like you gotta be there, you gotta be the leader.
Yep.
They looking at you, but then to follow up on your point and to pick back on his, this new generation just has, like you said, has that problem with like just listening. Like for some reason, like you can tell them all day, boom, 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 this how to do it, this how I make it happen. Like you gotta do this, bro. You can't do that. They don't give a damn.
It's entitlement.
I think they
They
don't
don't
know how
give
to
a-
deal with their emotions. I think that's what it is.
It's because
That's good.
everything's
Where do you get
out
into
there
that?
on social media.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
looking at whatever they want to look at.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we was growing up, we had people telling us we didn't have all these different access to what we wanted to see. We had to get it from what, you know what I'm saying, people knew, what they taught or what they've been through in actual real life,
Scenario.
scenarios. So
I'm gonna go
it's
even
real
even
different.
with like these kids now, they talking back, bro. In my household, talking back.
They don't talk back. Nah, they don't talk back.
You
They
done.
don't talk
You
back.
whoop
No.
no
I got a whooping every day.
Whoopings,
That
chastised.
What we doing? Ain't no thing no more.
I don't think kids get whoopings no more.
I'm looking in church for the deacons and all. Somebody gotta come get these boys straight. It's just like, bro, it's just, man.
They don't really care
I
though.
can't even
I'm
wrap
just
my
saying
head around that.
they're very strategic in the way that they do shit the wrong way.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And so you know they got some sense though, because you see, like you doing what you want to do. You showing me you got sense, but you doing it wrong. Doing it the way you,
Kanye made a valid point, and I listened to this the other day, and I heard that nigga said they won't do 4 years in college, but they'll do 25 to life.
they will.
I said,
But
let me rewind. I said, damn, how did I miss this all day?
you know that one, too.
Okay, so with that, right? As a culture, going back to culture, sacrifice is a word that I've been hearing as a man. Culture is a cult, togetherness, one. The young generation is looking at us because I think about it to the points of every form of industry that I've seen. Everything is a byproduct of the generation or the people that was ahead of them. Even when you look at it now, all the people say, "Oh, bro, y'all music is bad." But then I look back and it's like, okay, every generation of music from ours back has been, it just gotten worse from what it was. It didn't like just snap. It's like, okay, cool, you had your 50 Cent. 50 Cent talked about a certain thing. from even then, you had NWA. NWA promoted a certain type of image.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so with this generation, right? What is some advice that you think we should be giving to the younger group? Or what do we do for the younger group? Because every time I say that, or ask that, or look for that kind of information, everybody pretty much is like, man, shit, fuck it, ain't my kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody kind of take their hand off of it. But that's what it is, though, in reality. You know what I mean?
I give you the strongest statement that we could give, and that's stop letting social media raise you.
But how do you do that when social media is like it's everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
You will have to damn near.
It's
impossible. Bro, it's designed for the world.
so
Even
businesses
businesses are being marketed through streamers now. They're not even being marketed through celebrities no more. Castanet is the biggest celebrity of this day and age.
And
He's a
But the
streamer. He's off of
problem
social
is
media.
people not giving the people in their house the respect
that's what it is.
in the you know, they're getting motivated through social media
Yeah.
instead of the people in the house.
Right.
We say, hey, don't touch that, it's hot.
Yeah.
They look at something on social media and say,
You might can touch that.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, but that goes
So-
back to the parent though. You know what I'm saying? My son don't get on
Yeah.
social media. He can't touch social media.
Facts.
I'm
Man,
raising
what?
him, not social media. So that falls on us as parents. Who allows who to raise who? You know what I'm saying? Some
Bro,
people back in the
that's
gap where I'm
facts.
from, I'm an 80s baby. So you had OGs in the street that was raising young men how to do this and how to do that. That's who they was looking up to. Same thing with social media, can do the same type of thing. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stand on business in the household and restrict our kids.
And that's another thing to point. As a man, you got to do that. You got to make sure you're doing that. If you got kids, you got to stand on business. You gotta regulate what they watching, what they doing, what they. You got to make sure you there.
You got to be that biggest influence in their life.
So what advice do we have for the younger generation? Because we can't speak
Facts.
now. We do have some. You got a daughter. I have a daughter.
Yes, I love it.
I got two daughters.
I got two daughters.
Really
You got
four.
one on the way.
I got four in the sun.
So
My world.
we can father our daughters as a man, but for the young men, that's the people that we would affect, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't show my daughter how to be no woman. I can just show her how I don't want her to be as a woman.
So for me, I look at it as, all right, so I can't control these little young
YNs.
dudes. Yeah, these little YNs coming up and this and that and how they parents raising them. But for me, I can try at least to be a good example to them and show them, you know, how to be a man, to act to these ladies, to my daughter, you know, how to be.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's speak to that then. Let's speak to that, man. Let's talk
I
about
say
that.
discipline, man. Like I think discipline is the
Discipline,
biggest
big
trait
thing,
that you can
yeah.
learn in any aspect of life. You know, the
Discipline
moment that
is
you can
life.
say, "All right, I know I need to do this because this is what I want to do," even though I don't want to do it or I don't feel like doing it. You know, just to be able to have that discipline to do it, and you know, all that ties back into staying consistent.
Facts.
You know, and rolling with the right people.
And you know, to that young entrepreneur, you know, I'm talking to you right now. The biggest advice that I can give you is, you gotta learn how to. Wealth is made by making your money work for you, not working hard for the money.
Literally.
So if we can make our money work harder than us, I would teach them that, how to use other people's money. We can get rich out. We can get wealth. Forget being rich. Rich is, I don't know what rich means. Wealth is longevity.
Yeah.
And we can get wealth by using other people's money. So I know that jumps into a whole nother financial realm. However, I'm teaching my son how to do that, how to leverage other people's money. You know, I can show you how to get 100,000 quicker than you can save 100,000 in your bank account. I'm teaching him, you know, don't check your bank account, check your credit score. You got more money in your credit than you do in your bank account. So once I'm teaching my son how to, and any entrepreneur, you know, just learning capital and commerce, learning how capital work, how commerce works, how to take money from the bank, how to leverage the money from the bank, how to use that money to grow, how to create systems with that money to make more money. You know, imagine how hard is it, D, to save 100K? Have you ever done it?
It's hard.
It take discipline.
It take discipline. But if I put you in position, I get you 100K today.
Thanks.
So what's something that y'all feel like men don't talk about today?
They feelings.
What, real quick, I just want to emphasize on discipline.
No,
Because you said that in one of your TikTok posts. It's not motivation. Motivation can get you started on something, but it's discipline that's gonna keep you going and keep you on that steady path to something and get it done. Yeah. You gotta have discipline at everything you do.
And to answer about discipline, so consistency, like you said,
that's the
is
key.
what makes discipline, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the gas.
Do it when you don't feel like doing it. And that's
It
what
ain't
I
the
think. So that's
motivation.
why I say, even when you say it comes to feelings, I feel like a lot of younger men think that you're going to feel like doing something every time. Okay, just because I wake up or I said last week that I'm motivated to do this. Last week I said I want to do this. Okay, today I'm going to wake up and feel like doing that shit again. And I think people don't understand that you're not going to always feel like it.
You gotta have passion in what you do. That's why you don't want to just be doing a whole bunch of shit to be doing it. You want to do what you really like to do and what you enjoy
that's
to
really
do.
important.
Like,
Doing what you
never
love,
stopped
doing
making
what you
clothes.
like
Bro,
to
I've been
do.
making clothes since 2013, bro.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? This sneakerhead design is over 10 years old, and it's just now hitting.
So
But I was consistent enough to keep doing it.
Speak to
Nah,
that.
you've been hitting, my brother. I've been
that's
knowing
what I'm
my
But I'm
saying.
saying it's
Now-
just
now
now
you done
hitting
said
recent,
that-
like
I want to know
post-pandemic.
about them.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been knowing my sneakers.
because
Me
people,
too. That shit
people
is
have
in the
been,
culture. I'm like,
for
damn,
real.
okay.
people have been really feeling like, okay, if I start a business or idea or brand or whatever, in their mind, they come up with, oh, I want to really do this. I'm really passionate about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. I didn't bought me a mentorship. I'm ready to rock and roll. But it don't work in the first year. And look how many
some
people
get
fall off, bro.
discouraged,
So that's what men don't talk about enough is the key to patience. You know, patience really, we all had to have patience to get where we at right now. So I think that's what men don't talk about enough. Hey, man, it's going to take some time. Just plant some seeds over here, go over there, plant some seeds over there. You got to go back to farming. They planting seeds and they ain't seeing nothing pop up until harvest time. So we got to be patient until it's time to harvest.
But I'm gonna be real. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna be real though. At the end of the day, what he's talking about, half of these people not even passionate about what they want to do.
They want to get the money.
They're just finding something that's making money, wanting to get into the market, and they're not passionate, like bro said.
Right.
And they're sitting here saying, "Oh, this is gonna be an overnight flip."
I think they more money driven than purpose.
You got to figure out what you actually want to do.
I feel like that's the key of it. That's why a lot of people dropping off is because of the money. So when I had a coach in college, man, he used to, we trying out for the basketball team. He used to invite 100 kids to the basketball tryouts. Kids will walk in and walk out. That 100 is gone just off of the look alone. Like, oh shit, it's too many in there. We always ask him like, why you invite so many people? He said, man, I'm just weed out the knuckleheads from the beginning because they gonna be discouraged soon as they come in. So it's a reason for that. Man, I stuck with that. I said, okay, that makes sense because you see
Ones
them
that
kids just
actually want to
coming
be
in
there,
looking.
gonna be there.
Nah, who want to be there, gonna be there. They gonna go through whatever they got to go through to get it. It's gonna be a
Crazy
slow
part
grind,
about
but
this
let's do
story,
it.
I think this low key, that shit's full circle to why people charge for information.
Yeah, hit them.
If you want that information, you
gonna do what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah, that's fact.
You're going to
That's
do
fact.
what you gotta do,
That's
plain and
fact.
simple. Because
fact.
if I have some information that I can damn near guarantee that's gonna 5 to 10x your money,
Yeah.
okay, this shit ain't just anybody. I'm not finna just get this shit
Facts.
away because
Facts.
I need, like he was saying, I need to weed out them people that really
Right,
just,
right.
oh, you just here for the money type shit. You don't really understand like what this really gonna take. Yeah,
in
cool.
the
It
wrong
is gonna
hands.
5 to 10x your money. But when I tell you, okay, post 5 times a day. Oh, well, bro, I ain't got this. I ain't got. No. Post 5 times
just
a
tell
day.
them.
Literally.
Bro, and the crazy part about it, because I did consulting for social media, people would come to me and say, hey, bro, I want to get to where you at. I want to do like what you done. Okay, what? How many times you posting a day or a week? Well, bro, I got to get this first. No. How many times are you posting, bro? It's plain and simple. And I started seeing like, bro, people don't really want this shit like they say they do, bro.
Yeah. Just say they
It just
want
sound good.
It's all in the illusion.
But it's all illusion, bro.
Facts.
People, it just, they just want like their little, what's that little drug they say now? Like dopamine.
Dopamine.
Bro, they want to just feel good saying, I'm talking about something. At least I'm talking about doing something. I ain't just completely
Doing it.
lazy. Like, nah, bro.
And that's because they ain't putting a deposit down. I know my man right here got a tattoo shop. If somebody call him and say, I want a tattoo, the first thing he gonna say, Deposit.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on.
You got to put your deposit down.
With that being said, though, with that being said,
always back around.
I think the people that are selling information, they need to market it and actually break down what they're selling.
Yeah.
Because it's a fugazi.
Nah, man.
Now,
That's part of
That's your type of.
Listen, bro, that's part of the marketing.
Nah, I'm
Why would I
agreeing
tell
now.
you what I
That's a
listen?
game.
Listen, I want you to know what
No,
I want you to
ain't
guess what's behind door.
Thank you.
I want you to not
It's a
even know what I do.
It's a business.
It's a business.
Hold on.
I want you to guess.
You gotta pay to open that door.
Come on.
When you open
Come
that
on.
door,
Hold on.
you gotta
Then
pay
you know.
Wait, hold
Come on, bro.
Those niggas out here-
Come on, bro.
Perfect example. How many of y'all play Call of Duty?
I played a little bit.
Have y'all played Zombies?
Yeah,
have.
Have you heard of Mystery Box?
Come on. You don't know
You
what you
might get a
get.
pistol out that motherfucker.
You gotta shoot
But you done
that.
paid 90. Come on.
Hey.
Now you done paid that 950. You hope I get the I hope I get that ray gun.
take your shit
And that
and move
motherfucker
on.
pistol pop out. You like, damn.
But guess what though? This
Nigga gonna get
the
the 950 again and
what?
do it
Come on
again.
now.
At the end of the day,
for real.
what did they tell you was in that box?
A mystery.
Mystery.
A gun.
But a gun.
It's a gun.
They didn't say what type of gun. They just said a gun.
You gonna get
You
something.
thought you would get
As long
a
as you
ray gun.
get
I
what
didn't
you
say you
want,
would
what
get
you
no ray
got.
gun.
What they say, ain't no robbery
Hey, you better
and
hope you
fair
get that
shame.
bird pop out. You like,
Come on.
That burst started
I'm
laughing
listening
and
to you,
said,
bro.
I guess the way to look at it, man, is investing in yourself.
self, yeah, man.
It's like external
With a
education.
mystery box?
Yes, yes. You don't know
Hey, Spider, put it on me real quick.
Yes.
We got a mystery box right now. A Cannot Be Real mystery box going for $4.99.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
But I guarantee it's gonna change your life.
Thank you.
Watch we get a
I'm gonna
hit.
give you an example, okay, not knowing what you're gonna get. You gamble? You go to the casino? You go to you get a you book a plane.
see, look at him. Look at him.
We already know the game.
Well, I know that. Again, when I said my dice,
But I'm
though.
saying,
He said when I said too much.
book
when I
a
said
plane ticket. Let me show you how you invest in yourself when you gamble. If you
Absolutely.
go to Vegas, you booked a plane ticket. You
Facts.
found you somewhere to stay.
Shit.
You found transportation to get where you need to gamble, and you had the money to gamble, but you didn't know. You had in your mind, I'm encouraged and motivated to win, but
I don't know if I'm gonna win.
It's
though.
a gamble. You don't know if you're gonna win.
Bro, I knew when I set them dice. What
He
they
said
gonna
when I said
land
They
on.
I said them dice.
He said,
Hey,
you know what you
I ain't trying to
So-
get but
so-
in Vegas, take them dice, you gotta take a couple ass.
I'm not shaking no dice. I'm setting
He
them
said, I'm
dice.
not shaking no
So
dice.
that's the problem. I know what I set them on. Now, when I throw them and what they land on,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know the thing.
In Vegas.
But what I'm saying, back to what I said, at least I had a preview of what's to come, right? I'm not saying that you need to say like give me exactly what how to be successful. I'm saying, what can you guarantee me?
So
No,
from a person,
Ain't no guarantee.
But no,
Just like you setting them dice in Vegas,
guarantee-
ain't no guarantee.
Yeah, it is.
Listen,
You can try to
You
set them
talking
dice,
to the right one.
but you got to throw them against that wall, and they got hit, and you
Now
don't know
they
what's
just land on the wall.
This is my mindset on every decision in life. What is my ROI on this decision?
Yes, sir.
What is my return on this?
return on investment.
So-
What is on every decision? I don't give a fuck if I'm going to McDonald's or
Facts.
Salada.
That's
What
right.
is my ROI?
Return on
Go to
investment.
Carver. Go to Carver.
He said go to Carver.
Goddamn it, go to
So
Carver.
we gonna run
You know?
something real quick before we got, like I said, I had a game for y'all, man. We had a great conversation.
Hold
Bro,
on,
we gonna do this
hold
again.
on, man. So y'all all okay? So the mystery box.
We
Hold on,
had a-
hold on.
we had a
Mike,
great-
Let me
got a
go
quick
back to
point
that
real
though.
quick.
Let me go back to that.
So we got 6 minutes,
Coming
y'all.
from,
Get to
coming
my
from a
little
perspective
notepad.
of somebody who pays from information. My guy right here don't like paying for information because he done been burnt. He done messed up a few times. But you didn't look for receipts. You didn't find receipts of that lady. Did you ask anybody who went through her Yeah. what type of experience they had?
Nah,
We
you
got to
right.
get receipts before
You
we
right.
pay for something.
Yeah.
You right.
So that's another strategy in seeking mentorship and buying information. Go follow who they done gave that information to. My
That's a fact.
mentors, I followed the people who already paid. I didn't follow him. I followed them first.
Yeah.
So what they was doing, be like, okay, It I worked. know they got it from him. Let me go there. That's the receipts that I have. So when you paying for information, you got to make sure you got receipts.
Facts. This might not got nothing to do with nothing, but I listed a 4-wheeler ATV on Craigslist about 4 years ago for $8,000. It was brand new. Yeah, I sold it to a nigga in Houston. I drove all the way down to Houston. Yeah, with intention to sell this 4-wheeler.
Jackie promoters.
I sold it. We met the nigga at the park, and moral of the story is, I let him test drive it, and he handed me a envelope full of money that I thought was real money. It turned out to be fake money. By the time I realized it was fake money, he had drove away into the night with my brand new 4-wheeler. So, moral of the story is, there are lessons. There are lessons in everything. Now,
cheap lessons.
There are high costing lessons. There are cheap lessons.
The best lesson.
Everything's a lesson. You
It's
just
a
got
bad
you just got to pay attention to that situation and get the lesson out of that. I learned. Yeah. Make sure you pay attention to niggas you try to sell things
On
on. Don't
Facebook
sell things,
Facebook
Or buy things from.
bring a gun or something like that. Yeah, but no lessons.
my
There
God.
are lessons
Meet them
in
at the
everything.
police station.
So I don't know, but I want to run a little game with y'all real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this first one is 3 different games. Well, 3 different parts of the game. So the first game is pretty much like y'all just pick out of which one is y'all favorite struggle meal. Well, y'all really can rate them. Y'all can rate them. It's 5 of them. Y'all rate them from best from 1 to 5. So we got beans and weenies.
Never had it.
Okay, sir. Serve sandwich,
Definitely.
noodles,
Yeah, that's gonna be me right there.
PB&J or P&B.
Yeah,
Maybe I had no
PB&J.
J.
Or P&J.
Or P&J.
Or just J.
Or just the J.
You diabolical if you
Or-
eating bread and
Or
jelly.
dry cereal. Cereal, no milk.
I do that on a regular.
I'm about to
Okay.
say,
I did
man,
it last night.
that don't sound like you struggled
Yeah,
enough,
that's not the
Mozzie.
struggle.
We ain't say no ketchup sandwiches. We ain't say none of that.
Mayonnaise sandwich.
Mayonnaise sandwich.
Now the syrup and bread, that was my favorite.
That's your favorite.
No, yeah,
I'm down for
straight
syrup
syrup
and
and bread. Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with him. Syrup and bread, but you put the cinnamon and sugar on it.
I ain't
Okay,
get it.
they
I
like the
just-
toast junk.
Yes, Lord.
The toast.
Nah,
Okay.
man. So I'm
Butter
gonna
if you got it.
Yeah, I finna say you can't forget the butter now, my
butter,
brother.
yeah.
You gotta put the
You got
butter.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna cut the oven on.
Yes,
Put
Lord.
that bread in there.
Toast.
Put that peanut butter on
I
top. Come on now. I don't need no jelly. I'm gonna get that right
I ain't
there.
never tried that.
Man, hey,
So
now.
what was
toasted
your
peanut butter.
beverage behind that? Because we know that you dry as hell. So what was your
Ain't no
beverage
beverage. You gotta
behind
thug it out.
You gotta thug it out.
Thug it out. I'm going outside and play after this. I done heated it up. Make sure to cut the oven off. I'm
Man,
going
if you got
outside.
peanut butter toast, you need something to drink.
Nah, man.
You feel me?
Hey,
way.
that's like
That
if you eating a
motherfucker
Popeye,
good, boy.
bitch.
It's worse than
That's
that.
like eating 3
Hey, that's up there in the roof.
Okay.
That's when you know you got that cheap bread.
Have y'all ever had potted meat?
Potted meat?
Potted meat? Yeah, I know he had. Anybody else have
Potted
potted
meat?
meat?
Oh yeah, potted meat and crackers.
Yeah, that's
sardines.
Okay, okay.
Bainas?
Saltine crackers.
Saltine crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually
Okay.
did
So
that shit.
the next one is called Black Movies. So I may have to finish the line.
Black
on
movies. Shotters, don't be a menace to Southside.
I ain't even
Since you watch
I ain't
videos.
even
Oh.
not naming them. You may have to finish a line or name something in it. Okay, so number 1, right?
Yeah,
In next Friday,
yeah,
where did Day get fired from?
Pinky
Pinkies.
record shop.
yeah, for sure.
Come on, man.
Cool. Type shit. Okay.
Day-Day,
After the
that's your cousin. Good.
He fired too.
All right. This maybe y'all probably ain't seen this. In Harlem Nights, what was Eddie Murphy's character name?
Quick.
Shit, that was quick.
on now.
That's 2 points for you, my boy.
All right, rank these in order. Drumline, Stump the Yard, You Got Served.
I'm gonna put
Drumline first.
Drumline for sure.
Drumline first. That nigga
All
was
right, yeah,
serious.
yeah, oh
Yeah, I
God.
said that drum line.
When he went up to the drums, to that nigga.
Yeah, look that nigga in the
had the
eye.
thing on his thing.
Hell yeah.
That was it.
Hey, y'all sleeping on Stump the Yard though, bro.
put that
Bro
on
served
number 2.
everybody in the
Number 2.
party with their own dance.
Yeah. He really did. He really
You
did.
Got Served last?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got served
You
last.
got served
I don't know,
last.
it might-
We're gonna get our money from Mr. Rag.
Yeah.
So y'all ain't doing it for Lil Saint in here.
Nah.
We doing it for Lil Saint.
Okay.
But you forgot next time you ask this question, put hardball in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I was about to say G-Baby or something.
G-Baby.
I mean,
Yeah.
Come on.
Saint G-Baby, you know.
Cause you got served ain't gonna get chose over no damn
I ain't
drum
seen that
line.
shit since
I
it
wouldn't
came
put
out.
hardball
What was the options
over
again?
Drumline.
What?
Drumline, Stumps the Yard, or You
Drumline
Got
still,
Served.
yeah. I'll put hardball second
bro.
though, so.
I'm not putting it over Drumline.
Hardball.
I'll take Stomp the Yard out of there. I don't even.
But hold on, hardball
Harbaugh was
really
cold.
had people from Chicago, bro, that
I'm
didn't know nothing about acting, bro.
I'm not putting it over Drumline.
Nah,
Y'all
at
cancel
all.
it.
Nah,
He said, y'all
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Y'all cancel
tripping
it.
on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Flight of Bumblebee.
I'll put it
Sonic
like
Boom of the South.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Morris Bryant.
Come on,
Okay,
man.
boom. Okay, check me out. Not naming Friday. What movie did Ice Cube and Mike Epps play in?
Thank you for my-
All About the Benjamins. Yeah.
Man, that's
Come on
the best
now.
one.
Okay, they're two.
I almost said Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Nah, he was in it. 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 He
All
was in
About
it.
the Benjamins
He was in it.
cold.
You said Jacob Promoters.
Yeah. I had to question myself for a minute.
For
But I
real.
remember Young Jeezy outside.
Yeah,
All
All
right,
About the
true or
Benjamins
false? Black Panther was the first black superhero movie.
False.
flop.
Green Lantern.
Huh?
Green Lantern was.
No, movie. Action film movie.
Oh, he getting deep. You getting
Well,
deep.
she's a superhero.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, check
Black
check-
Panther.
yeah.
First Marvel character, I believe so, that they had.
Nah, I
Black
think
superhero.
It might have been
movie?
Blade though. Honestly.
Blade.
Blade.
Yeah,
Blade.
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 Talking about black superhero.
I mean, you can go blank man. You know what I'm saying? You can say blank man, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
blank
depends. But I'm saying Marvel and DC. But okay, so
J5.
so now this next. So the next one is black things people should know. All right. So number one, this TV show theme song starts with "This is a big rich town."
Pow.
Power, yeah.
Power.
Okay, boom. Name a song played
That's crazy. I
at
was
a
just
cookout.
singing that.
It's a
Name a
Before I let you go.
A song played at a
Song.
cookout?
What's the song? What's the
Before I let you
first
go.
song?
Yeah, before I let you go.
No. What's the
Cupid Shuffle.
the
The
electric
dance.
side, the Cupid Shuffle.
Cupid
Uh-huh.
Shuffle.
You don't play no black
Nah.
cookout.
To the left,
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
left.
you do,
but
Hey, the bunny hop.
do, but
Yeah, that's gonna
Bunny
get
hop.
Huh?
In
That's
today's
in every
time,
black
that's Tamia
function.
shit.
That's yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
that to me.
that
I'm
Tamia
surrounded by
dance.
you.
Oh yeah, that's the new one. Oh, they do a little.
That shit everywhere.
Hey, to be
Yeah,
honest, to even bring it more recent, where them fans at? Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh, that's the trail ride.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
the
trail ride.
That's gonna be played at the
That's a trail
cookout.
ride.
Best believe
Nah, for
that.
sure.
play
For
that.
sure.
Nobody knows about a trail ride, but they know where them fans at.
Nah, for sure.
Okay, so
In hell no.
before eating potato salad, what information do you get first?
Who cooked it, man?
Boom.
Who cooked it?
Cookie.
Gotta know that.
Who cooked the potato salad? All
Gotta
right.
know that.
Me personally, I don't give a damn who cooked it.
But I ain't eating
I just
potato
gotta
salad.
have some barbecue with it. I'm gonna taste it. If it's good, it's good. I'm gonna eat it with my barbecue.
Are you gonna warm it up?
And baked beans.
You want more
Nah,
potato salad?
Nah, I like cold potato salad.
They gonna warm it.
I
I
like
told
cold
you I don't
potato
eat it, but I know that you don't warm it
Yeah,
up.
some
Yeah, I
people
like
have
cold
warmed up
potato
potato
salad.
salad. If
He
you
said he don't give a damn what it is, as long as you
That's
got this and that.
diabolical.
I'm like, is you gonna warm it up with it?
I'm an eater. Pause. But yeah, I eat foods like
Yeah.
I
We need
eat-
some
I
more
eat.
time, Dion. Hey man, what we gotta do to get some more time in here? We got good
Nah, for
conversation.
Man, look, they got a show
They
booked
got a
after
show.
this.
Oh,
Yeah.
They got a show.
But look. So look, this is what we're gonna do though, man, because this is a great conversation. So we will have a part two, man.
Absolutely.
And on the part two,
Yeah, 'cause I got a
we
whole
go. So this is what we gonna do, man. We gonna lay out a part two to where we can just have a full day. To where like how we had a full day today, we'll just do a full
Man, we
day,
coulda took
do
y'all
a
whole
full look.
slots
You know
up.
what I'm saying? And just really, cause bro, this conversation can really go for hours and
Yeah, and
hours,
we
bro.
tried to stuff it in between an
Yeah,
hour and a
yeah.
half, 2 hours.
Yo, so-
Y'all was damn wrong. Y'all was dead wrong putting 5 entrepreneurs besides y'all self.
But this new for us. So this something we learning. You know what
So
I'm
last
saying?
time we had a little panel. It didn't really go. It kind of hit. Now we had like a couple women too, but it kind of hit in there. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that having a men's conversation is
Facts.
needed.
Facts.
So next time we do want to do a part 2.
Yeah.
and
because
we'll
I
make
think
it- we'll
like
make it
slaves
long.
was scary back then.
Okay, well we gonna talk about it on part 2.
We definitely need part two.
I'm talking about
Hey,
on part-
can I be real?
Can I be real, man? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And
They
can
was
I be
scared.
real?
They
Like,
wanna
comment,
talk over
subscribe, man.
themselves.
Hit us up on Instagram.
Many of y'all.
And hit us up on Instagram at CIBR Production, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all, man, that is here right now.
sir.
We appreciate y'all that's watching. Hopefully, y'all got some good information from this whole show. With that being said, man, we will catch y'all on the next one. Comment down below, do we need a part 2? Because
3, 4.
yeah. And we'll tag everybody's information in down below, man. But y'all make sure y'all go click everybody who needs some tattoos, man. You got the friends. If you want to get a house bid, you got BJ. You need some financial advisor, you got Zay over there. If you want to make 100,000
In a day.
In a
and it ain't gonna be
day.
free for
One
you.
Let me
day,
tell you how
I'm
to
gonna
do it real
contact
quick,
that brother
Miles.
right
I'll tell you how
now.
to do it real quick.
Tell him.
All right, so the first thing you got to do is make sure your personal credit is structured. 720 above. We got to have no derogatories, no late payments. We got to have an LLC in place. We got to have a real business name, real business address, real business email, real business phone number. Then we got to build a relationship with Chase. My bad.
Boom.
Then we got to build a relationship with a bank. And then once you build that relationship, you got to show deposit history. Once you build that deposit history, then you can get $100K.
So to piggyback off of what
buy
he
his
said.
course for no.
No, that
Nah,
information is
if
free.
you ain't got your personal credit up right now, if he can't help you, I can in fact help you with your personal credit.
Okay,
So
boom.
get at me.
And then, of course, last but not least, man, you want to put that good drip on, man. So
For
you be
sure.
styling, profiling,
Yeah.
like myself with the socks on. Y'all can't
Come on
see
now.
them.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying, man? You got Chapo the brand, man, over here,
Yes,
man. So
sir.
all the links in the description will be down below, man. Click them, check them out, man. But with that being said, man, can I be real? Spiders, take it out there, jump.